Alright, and we are off. Starting off with the traditional autumn. Every time. Usually that means we're in for a good seed. Hopefully. What do we got on the coast? We also got autumn on the coast. That doesn't do anything for us? If anything, the only thing it really does is it makes easy access to the heart piece outside of Dungeon 7 if we need a health refill. But that's about it. And there it is. When you see Fall in North Horon, you know you're getting a feather. We're gonna go for the feather save in the know-it-all birds. I feel like this is the best place because it's right next to the exit of the town, as well as right next to the coast where you go to Hero's Cave. So I can determine which way I need to go depending on what I get. Alright. So we're gonna go back this way first. We'll see what we get. Chances are this is probably going to be something of value. Usually it is. If it's not... Okay. I will take a satchel. Definitely take a satchel with ember seeds. So satchel with ember seeds means guaranteed bombs, which we can get in winter. That's good. We're gonna go to the tree first, just to see what we get here. If we get bombs here, then we don't have to go back to the shop. But if we don't, then we're gonna go get... We're gonna go get the rupees, and then we're gonna get bombs. It's gasha seed. We gotta grab it, because otherwise we can't complete the game. So we'll grab that. We'll go get our bombs. Then we'll determine if we need to get this ring or not. We'll see what it is. Snowshoe ring. So it's not needed. So I will grab bombs and a shield. We're gonna get this chest, and then we're gonna head into Eastern Suburbs. So the bombs were 50% off, because we got 50% of our rupees back. Another fall. So this is a little interesting. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go and check out Dungeon 2. Namely, I want to see what the season is, as well as what tree is here. Okay, that is good. Gale Seed's there, it's spring, and we can potentially do a decent amount of this dungeon. We can't go all the way, because we don't have the bracelet, but we can do a decent amount. All of them were at the top. Oh my god! That's amazing! That is actually amazing. We can full clear this dungeon. We can full clear the dungeon right now. I'm getting so ahead of myself that I equipped it first. This is huge! We're gonna have a full clear of Dungeon 2 in like 10 minutes. Boss key already too. Yeah, I'm gonna just go this way first. We'll come back if we need to go for the checks over there. Because we already have boss key, we already have one small key. It probably won't be anything that we need to get to the boss. And we got a blue ore. And we got cape already, dude! What is this seed? This is an amazing seed. Like, this is the most loaded D2 I've ever seen. We know woods of winter is spring. I just forgot to mark that earlier. So that's the second key. What am I still missing in here? I'm missing a key? a map. A key, a map, and 2 items. Alright, there's the key. So grab the key, and then we'll check the 2 items near the start of the dungeon. If we have to, we'll go back and get the boss key chest. This is probably also a good time for me to go ahead and get these, just to be safe. We don't know if member shop is going to be required, but you'll always want to stock up on at least 300 rupees. Alright. So that's one of the 2 items. That's the map. Okay. So the other item is in the boss key spot. That's fine. Like, we just don't care too much because we were able to full clear a dungeon. And get some amazing, amazing items. Oh, that's also required. That is huge. That was a very huge play. Now we're gonna go into Subrosia with already a lot of really good items. And we can do a lot of stuff in Subrosia. And we got a heart container for our efforts. Nice. We will save before going this way. There is one check in the very far reaches of the mountains here. If it ends up being nothing, we can save warp back to the portal. If it ends up being something, we'll take the slow walk back. And it is something. Okay, so Rusty Bell. That's actually pretty big. because now we can go turn in the Rusty Bell so that we can already be ready for going to Dungeon 7. Which I'm already kind of like, what? We could potentially open that pathway up, like, right now. Which is insane. We would have to do a bomb jump to get over there, so I'm probably not going to. But with this setup, we can, like, do a lot of crazy things. What's nice is we're getting some hearts too. We're not just getting items. You know what? I might actually end this area with the bomb jump to the pirates. That would probably be the best play. Oh, wait, I could technically do it without a bomb jump if I farm up enough rupees. Or, I mean ore chunks. If I farm up 30 ore chunks, or I should probably farm up, what is it? 50. 50 would get me both of the 2 items plus Pegasus seeds. But I'm gonna do this first, just in case we can get the shovel, which would mean I don't have to farm at all. If I can do this entire part without farming, that'll be really good. But we can get guaranteed Pegasus seeds, which will give us actual access to that side of the map. And we get spring. Ooh, that gives us access. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, we're definitely going that way. I will farm the rubies to go up there. Or farm the ore chunks to go that way. Alright, we'll start with the 5 and see what the items are. Okay. We need 45. We don't need that extra 5. So we get a Rod of Seasons, as well as Pegasus Seeds. Pegasus Seeds will be able to get us over to this Mount Cuckoo side of the area. We'll be able to do a bunch of stuff up there. Like, with how fast this seed started, I'm okay with farming. Because this is gonna let me do a lot of stuff. I need one more. Alright, we're good. So that's summer. And those are Pegasus Seeds. So what I'm going to do before I go there is I'm going to just quickly check the season in Spool Swamp, which is also fall. And then we're going to head down this way. I'm going to try and conserve these Pegasus Seeds because we can't refill them right now. So I'm only going to use them as I absolutely need them. Which, to get over here, is one of those times. Now we don't have to go that way anymore. So with all of this, we can clean out basically everything in Subrosia, aside from like 2 checks. The furnace and... oh, and then like the beach stuff where like Rosa and the shovel spot. Like, I didn't see what that ring was, but I don't think it was anything good. Wanted to say it was the Subrosion ring. Now the thing is, I'm probably going to go up to Mount Cuckoo first, and then come back down. And go to the pirates. I feel like that's probably the route that I want to take. Reason being, the pirates don't take you out of a portal. Or wait, I could go this way. No, we'll do this, because I can't do everything in Mount Cuckoo right now. Like, I can't go to the dungeon, and we can always skip that. we can always skip hide and seek. So what I'm planning on doing here is just doing all the stuff that I can up here. And then going back in. Okay, I'll take that. We got a jewel. So we're up to 2 jewels already. Oop. Alright, it's just a gasha seed. We don't have to worry about it. So there's 2 more items we can get while we're here. And then we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back and go check out Alright. That should be good enough. So let's go back into Subrosia and make our way down to Dungeon 7. So before I go and talk to the pirate, we're gonna go and open up the portal. Because the portal is useful. And then we're gonna have him take us to Dungeon 7. At this point, I believe I could use a couple of these Pegasus seeds. Ooh, I have an idea. After we dip into Dungeon 7, we can gale to town and get the check on the fall part. We can get that fall check because it's default fall here. We can guarantee it being fall once we go in there. Oops. I did that awfully. Whatever. We're gonna just do this. Wait, I can use Pegasus seeds. Because if I go into the next floor, there are definitely Pegasus seeds there. This is actually a really tricky room. Oh wait, I can't go that way. Not right now. So we're just going to leave. Remember when I said about default fall really only giving you access to this heart piece? Yeah, it's kind of useful right now. So now with all of this, let's start heading up to the northeastern part of town, or part of the map at least. And start taking out, like... a boomerang. I'll take that. Thank you. We can start finding some seed trees, and we can start figuring out what's going on with this seed. Alright, there's our actual Pegasus seeds. So we actually have access to Pegasus seeds, so we don't have to worry about running out. That was a ring. I don't know what ring it was. I will definitely equip Gold Joy Ring. Definitely. I'm going to assume we do have Moosh. We'll check it out. We do. Alright. So with Moosh, that means we're going this way. For sure. Because Moosh gives us access to Sunken City. It gives us access to Moblin Keep. And it's just overall going to be a good time. Hopefully. And if anything, we can then go back using Gale Seeds to get back to Spool Swamp area. There we go. More bombs. Okay. Sunken City is winter default. I'm gonna save before I give up my hard-earned bombs. What? There we go. Charge ring. And power ring level 2, okay. So that's gonna give me some damage. So right now the goal is just to see the seed tree, and then we're gonna go check out Floodgate Keeper. Okay. He had my slingshot. So that means we probably want to go back. We probably want to go back to Dungeon 7, but before I go there... No, let's just go there. Let's just go for it. Dungeon 7. At this point, there's like just a couple of like scattered items around. And then I have this dungeon. And what's great is I know there's guaranteed bombs in that first chest. So we can go ahead and get bombs and not have to worry about them anymore. Oh, I got bombs from that anyway. But we'll grab them. So that's a key. It's nice to actually have a boomerang. We're gonna try and skip the basement. There's only one thing I can do in the basement right now. Alright, cool. Oh yeah, I actually have to go to the basement. I just realized. I don't have flippers, so I can't continue. Can't actually continue with the dungeon until I get flippers. But we get winter. Okay. Now things are getting interesting. So now let's do Woods of Winter. Let's also heal while we're here. So we can do all 3 checks here in the Woods of Winter. Okay. It's probably something I expected to show up at some point pretty soon. Another power ring. Alright. We gotta make that beeline for the shop and see what we got. We can only get 1 item right now, but we gotta see. Yeah. Flippers, for sure. We're gonna go get that gnarled key right as soon as we come back. We just have to get 100 rupees. I probably should have gotten gnarled key. I probably should have done it the other way, so that way I could have just gone straight into Dungeon 1 right now. And then come back to get the flippers. But whatever. We're getting both of them. Moosh's flute is absolutely useless at this point, because we already have everything that we can potentially do. Or not. Wait. It could potentially be something. I just realized. It could potentially lead us to the Spool Swamp check, because Moosh can pound the snow piles. Hopefully that's not part of the logic. Like, hopefully that's not the thing it's expecting us to do. But it is a thing. So I just have to leave that there for now. Small key. And gasha seed. Treasure map? Okay. And Bosky. We are definitely still in territory of full clearing this dungeon. You know what? Let's start going power ring. There's the other ore. Yeah, we're missing a map. Which could be either one of these items. So we're gonna have to go for this one. Just gotta go for it. Full clear. Because it's a jewel. So we only need one more jewel at this point. We still need 2 more seasons. We can dip into Dungeon 5 at this point. That might give us some stuff. So that's the map. I'm thinking real quick. Let's just check out this dungeon, this thing right here, because we don't have to worry about changing the season. We're just right there. Bam. And then we'll go into Dungeon 5. This is one of those chests that usually ends up having something, and then this time it is nothing. But it's fine. It's a really quick check when you don't have to change the season at all. Oh, and there's a couple other swimming checks that I can do right now, real quick. Because if one of these checks ends up with the magnet glove, then we're in business. If we find a French vanilla magnet glove, then we're also in business. Alright, so we're just gonna head to Dungeon 5. Oh wait, I do have summer. I forgot to mark it. I also have both of the both of the ores. So we're gonna go check furnace real quick. We're gonna check furnace. Since it's right here, why not? Then we'll go into Dungeon 5. Okay. It was bait. I'm sure there's probably something that I completely missed that is going to bite me in the butt. For right now, we're checking out this dungeon. Oh wait, I don't have magnet glove, so we gotta save and quit out of there. There's the boss key. Alright, we're gonna go this way, get the two over here, because these are guaranteed that we can get both of them. We don't necessarily have enough keys in order to be able to get both of the checks the other way. Alright, so that's a key. We have 2 more checks that we can do in here. And then we gotta leave. So this is the final key. And this is going to be the final check that we can do. Now, outside here, there's a couple things we can do. Alright, Dragon Key is good. Dragon Key is a guaranteed thing that we can do. It's a full dungeon we can complete. The easiest way for me to get there is going to be through Subrosia. Actually, there's a couple things that I want to do up here. So it might actually be a better idea for me to go this way. So we just gotta make it spring, and we can go up to the top. Alright. Dungeon 4. I might die. I will die. I'm gonna take the super safe and go the slow way. Alright, we didn't die. But we'll probably die here. Yep. Alright, we found like every key so far. Alright, we now have every single small key. So we have every small key. We're missing map, compass, and... Map, compass, and boss key. And one item. So hopefully we find the item and the boss key in these 2 checks. Or we just find the boss key. Alright, compass. I'll take it, I guess. Alright, there's a boss key. So we'll just go straight to Goma and hope that the map is sitting on the pot puzzle. Okay. And it's the map. So, Pot Puzzle has something. So we'll have to go back in. Then after I do this, there is the one underwater check that we're gonna do. It's just rupees. Rupees are actually good, because potentially we may need to go get that moosh flute. I hope we don't have to, but we might. Okay, I'll take the boomerang. Boomerang's good. Um... You know what? I think I missed a check when I was doing the Eyeglass Lake checks. I don't remember if I did the bomb. Obviously, I can't tell unless it's in summer. But I don't remember if I did it or not. I don't think I did. I think I just left. Yeah, because I went to Furnace. Yeah, I didn't do it. I'm thinking desert. I'm thinking desert. Oh, we never checked. Okay, it's in D8. The last jewel's in D8. There's a lot of really bad things that can go on right now. I'll take it. Extra damage is always good. Fourth try. You hate to see that happen. I will take it. I'm finding myself going through a lot of these one-off checks right now. Alright, there's Autumn. So now... I think the plan is to go to Dungeon 8. Or at least go up that way. There's a few things I want to do. there's 2 checks up this way, and then there's the Goron, there's potentially rupees. Okay. That makes my decision to go to Dungeon 8 a little bit better. Basically, if I find the magnet gloves anywhere around here, either in Dungeon 8 or, like, this check right here, that'll be huge. I'm gonna go grab those rupees just to be super safe. Basically what I'm thinking is potentially we may need to get that moosh flute. And this is guaranteeing the ability to get that moosh flute. So is spring here. So we would have needed fall anyway. In order for this to be logic. Because that jump's not in logic. But here's what I'm thinking, like, we go to Dungeon 8, we potentially find this last jewel, we go to Dungeon 6, complete Dungeon 6. And hopefully everything falls into place. The main thing here is that we still don't have those magnet gloves. Which means technically Dungeon 8 is not fully clearable. However, we can get around most of it. If we do find the magnet gloves, we can then go ahead and just full clear this dungeon. Because that's the only thing that we really need. Alright, there's a small key. Just a ring. Another small key. Okay. Plan right now is to do HSS skip, see what's over there, and then potentially go normally through this dungeon. Alright, nice. First try. I do not like to do that jump. That jump is annoying. Alright, third key. I seem to get this pattern a lot. I don't know why. Boss key, okay. You know, if I find 2 more keys, I could just beat this dungeon and then come back to it later, if I need to. We'll see what we've got. Hey, there's a key. It's a map, okay. Now the question is this last one going to be a key? No, it's the jewel. Okay. Now I'm really interested in what I want to do. I think I'm going to go backwards, fight, fry polar, and get that one check over there. Or at least just fight fry polar. I don't know if I want to get that. I want to fight Frypolar just to have the warp available, so I can have options. So I think what I'll do is I'll save here and see what this is. Because I can't go any further backwards right now because I don't have the magnet glove. I could go from the front, but I don't want to. Unless I absolutely have to. And that was just a key. So I will just hold on to it. I think I could technically beat this dungeon. Because I used a key to get the key. I have 3 more keys. I can go backwards. If... No. Let's just leave. Or no, let's just go normally? Let's go through this normally. And see what's in the front half of this dungeon. I think that's the better play. See what's in the front half, then potentially just complete this dungeon like through the back half. Because we have enough keys to beat it. I'm just concerned about potential soft lock if the magnet glove ends up being in one of these first couple checks. Because it's possible. Are you kidding me? Why is this room so hard? Alright, that's just a heart container. We're about to see what the one more check that we can get is. If it's nothing of value, we can just go ahead and beat this dungeon. Alright, it's a small key. So I'm just gonna go beat the dungeon. Because we know that the magnet glove cannot be here. And using one small key to get 2 small keys. Wait, I need to go... Alright, that's the way I need to go, I think. Or it doesn't really matter which way I go. All that matters right now is just beating this dungeon, and then we're gonna go to dungeon 6. I think I could potentially beat dungeon 7 without the magnet glove too. Assuming that the one chest that I have access to is a small key. Alright, I'll take that for health refill. I'll take them, just to be safe. Now we still have to check everything because we are still looking for those magnet gloves, as well as the floodgate key. No? Okay. No, okay. So I guess we gotta go do Dungeon 6 and hope that what we're looking for is in there. Once again, no shovel. Why do we get Dungeon 6s with no shovel all the time? Like, that's been happening a lot for me. Alright, here we go. There's only one chest in here that's blocked off by the magic glove. And that's the one north of the spinner. So hopefully we don't have to get that one. No keys. That is very unusual. So we absolutely have to go this way. So hopefully we find 2 keys here, so that way we can do Fire and then have the portal available. For whatever reason, it's not showing that these checks are available in the tracker. Yeah, we got 2 keys. Okay, cool. Still not showing them available. It's probably something about the magic glove. Good fight. course, the boss key's there, where it always is. So we already got map, boss key. The final key is there. Okay, so we don't need to go up there. That means just get this item and we'll move on. Heart container. So let's just beat the dungeon. So we essentially full cleared this dungeon, because we know the final small key is north of Spinner. I have not had good luck with the D6 RNG runes. Might as well kill them. So after this, might as well go back to Dungeon 7, see if we can complete that without Magnet Glove. I'll probably hit up Black Beast along the way. Getting some good hits in, just surrounded by a bunch of garbage. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, Fool's Ore. I will take that. Thank you. So I will go buy the yeah. I'm gonna go buy... buy the flute, because I'm thinking at this point there's gotta be a reason for that. So I'm definitely thinking that flute is probably required. Like, hard required. Like, Magnet Glove behind that, and then Magnet Glove leads to Shovel or something. So I am buying that. Oh, we still need Floodgate Key in order to even utilize that. Still worth grabbing, since it's on my way. But that's something noteworthy. Alright, I got an extra heart container from that. Because I picked up a bunch of pieces of heart. So the last time we left off, we got all the way to Post Sister 2. And we were able to do everything up to there. This time, we are going to go ahead and move on. There you are. We're hoping that the one check that we can do in Spike Island has a small key. If that is the case, we can complete this dungeon. If it is not the case, well then, we have to go find that magnet glove. And it does. Okay. So apparently, Dragon has finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 51 seconds. This has been a very Dragon seed, so I don't really blame him. Like, this has been one of those, like, where the heck do you find everything type of seeds. I saw that happening. I saw that happening. It went right through them. There was nothing I could do. Alright. That went much smoother, but we still have to do the fight. See? It's not hard. If this is the magnet gloves, okay, it's just a key. We could still potentially... Wait, do I have the boss key? I do not have the boss key. Okay. There's one more thing that I can do. I might be able to get that with like some good movement. Maybe a bomb jump? No. Okay. I don't know what I would do for that, so we're just gonna go and get this, and we're gonna hope. We are going to hope that this is the solution to what we need to do, and get the boss key. It's not the boss key. Okay. So we gotta leave, and we gotta go find ourselves... We've got a couple checks that we can do. None of which sound really appealing. Hopefully this is it, and we don't have to worry about going anywhere else. Okay, it's not it. So you know what time it is? It's time to go get Rosa. Because there's 2 checks that I can do with Rosa. Guarantee one of them is going to have the magnet glove. Or you know what? We can do that. That'll probably be the fastest way to get around. Or the floodgate key. Okay, that is probably the single biggest thing that I needed. Because that opens up a lot of checks. We're gonna go get the final Rosa check just to be safe. Because I have a feeling this could be our magnet gloves or something, and then we'll be in go mode. No, okay. So we just have to go to Dungeon 3. That's not too bad, at least. So now that we finally have the floodgate key, we can go ahead and make our way to Dungeon 3. I know why that wasn't... I know why it didn't mark off my stuff in Dungeon 6 anymore. It's because I didn't mark off that I had the level 2 boomerang. That was my fault. What? I thought I changed it to summer. I guess they only changed it to spring. Now watch. We're gonna find the magnet glove in here, and everything's gonna be great. Alright, we already have both small keys. We don't have to worry about skipping the feather chest. What? 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 What was that hitbox? And now Fiery has finished in second place with the official SRL time of 2:05:25. So obviously I'm missing something. Like, obviously the Magnet Glove was in some really easy to find spot. Probably in here. Stop. There they are! We're still missing Bosky, though. There it is. Okay. So at this point, it's just a matter of finishing. We have everything that we need. We literally have everything we need. We have all the boss keys, all the small keys. We just need this boss key in Dungeon 7. That's the only one we need. So it all came down to Rosa and that ribbon. The ribbon was the key. Because it got me my floodgate key, which got me in here. And, of course, you get the shovel for completing it. Don't care anymore. Now the real question is which check? Which check is the boss key gonna be under in Dungeon 7? I'm trying to think of like what the best way to check is. Because I have the compass now, so I might just go for this one. Because this one's going to be really quick to check. Because I can easily check just by going into the room. And it's not. Okay. So now the easiest way to get to that one, which is in the basement, is gonna go this way. Yo, Fiery! GG on the race, and thanks for the host. This was a fairly good seed. I was just bad. Not finding that magnet glove forever really hurt me. So I literally did everything that I could looking for this thing. Like, I even did all of D8 without the magnet glove. Like, aside from, like, the couple checks that you can't do without it, or you have to do stupid tricks for. But we should be finishing fairly shortly. I just have to clean up this, beat the boss here, and then we just have to go beat the boss in D5. Yo, Vegeta Man, what's up, dude? And now Dren has finished in 3rd place with a official SRL time of 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 32 seconds. We should probably be finishing about another 5 to 7 minutes or so. Depending on how badly my Dig Dogger fight goes. Okay. And since we already have level 2 sword, we have Fool's Ore, we have Power Ring level 2, like, we have a lot of stuff that is just going to shred Onyx. So, this should be a quick fight. Oh, and I totally forgot to check my bomb count, but we're good. And just end it with a perfect facade. Level 2 sword was somewhere around like Dungeon 6, I think. I don't remember exactly. Oh, you know what? I didn't even bother equipping Power Ring. It's fine, though. I was the only person to get it. Interesting. I don't remember exactly where I got it. I know it was fairly late. Oof. Yo, Jangler with the host. Thank you. GG on the race. That was certainly a big dumb on my part. So I totally put off doing the Rosa checks for the longest time, and it ended up costing me a lot because Floodgate Key led into D3, which led into Magnet Gloves, which was everything that I needed. And so I am the last one to finish in 4th place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 23 seconds. See, Fiery, the problem was I didn't have access to D3 because I didn't have the Floodgate Key. Yeah, it was the far lock chest in the mountains. Like, I ended up doing all of Dungeon 8 completely gloveless. I think I quadruple dipped D7. Thinking, like, oh, maybe I can complete it without the Magnet Gloves, and then the boss key ends up being on one of the 2 checks that I need the Magnet Gloves for. Otherwise, I would have been able to complete it on that 3rd visit. Like, 1st visit, I was able to do, like, the first 2 checks. Like, that was early on, because it was one of the first things that was available. And then 2nd visit, I did up to the 2nd Poe, and then I realized I didn't have flippers, so I left. And then, well, I got, what was it, Spring in the basement? It was a season on the basement, so that was worth it. 3rd visit, I got everything else except for the 2 checks that I wasn't able to do. You want to know what the moose check was? I guess technically we didn't need moosh, because we did get shovel at the end of D3. I just didn't pick it up. But I was thinking, like, maybe Moosh's flute actually was required.